and welcome to this Voice Variety Workshop. Online meetings are fun, especially number one, you don't need to wear a mask, and two, you don't need to practice social distancing. And a secret, you don't even need pants. Recently, I have learned that 93% of the communication is non-verbal. Yeah, 93%. And 38% is voice variety. 38%. Then what about words? Where do I use my words? I know words. Tremendous words. Beautiful words. Insane words. I love words. Yeah. But today's is Voice Variety Workshop. I'm pleased to introduce our guest, Sheila. Sheila is a professional voice coach. She is trained in theater and voice. She coaches diction for actors, leaders, and public speakers. She has taken advanced courses in teaching pronunciation. She taught all types of English as a second language courses in Golden Gate Language School, Intensive Language Institution at University of Illinois, and Carnegie Mellon, Silicon Valley, and San Jose State University. She holds a bachelor's degree in economics, JD degree, and master's in teaching English as a second language from University of Illinois. Now, please help me welcome Sheila onto the stage. Sheila, can you unmute yourself?
Thank you, Ravi, for the fun introduction. Yes, I'm Sheila. When I was in high school, I was an actress. I did theater. I loved acting. And I remember going to an audition for one play in particular, where I was trying out for the role of the medium. A medium is a psychic individual who communicates to spirits. So in my mind, wow, a medium, how should I act? I decided that mediums were weird, strange, and wild and crazy. So I went on stage and I read the lines like a roller coaster. I was up, I was down, I was right, I was left. I took everyone in the audience who was trying out and the director on a super crazy ride. I know the director liked me because he called me back a couple times to do it again and again. But one time he asked 3 individuals to go to the stage and read the lines together. And he wanted them to read the lines so that they matched each other. So of course you can't really be wild and crazy and match somebody. So they read the lines in a rather calm way, and they did sound like a medium. So who do you think got the part? What do you think? Was it me or was it the 3 people who read together? Well, I'll tell you what, I was too crazy. My vocal variety was everywhere. It didn't make sense. So what I learned from that is that calmness matters. If you're going to have vocal variety, it has to come from a foundation of logic. It can't just be wild and loose. So when you're calm, you can think about how you're going to emphasize your words and which words you're going to emphasize. The goal of vocal variety should always be to lead your audience along and help them understand what you're trying to say. You want them to understand your message. So going to graduate school actually improved my acting. In my master's program for teaching English as a second language, we learned from linguistic researchers what people stress, how they stress it, why they stress it. And when I thought about it, I said, yeah, that is what we do. I just never thought about it before. but we learned about that from the linguists so that we could teach it to others. And since I learned those rules, I can now pick up an acting script and read it cold and automatically know which words to emphasize, and sounds like I've never read it before, but it'll sound natural. In fact, I've had a few students, English students, who are actually actors, and they came to me to learn how to read scripts with an American accent, and they trusted me. They trusted my intuition to teach them which words they should be stressing and how the character should sound. So I was teaching not only pronunciation, but also acting. So today I'm going to show you a little bit about what I learned in graduate school. So we're going to learn primary phrase stress and intonation. I call these the secrets to vocal variety, because without it, your vocal variety might be a little bit crazy and not make sense. And then you won't get the part of the medium. I never got that part. Okay, you see, I'm still a little sour because I never got that part. Okay, so I'm Sheila Lebedenko, and MTESL stands for Masters of Art in Teaching English as a Second Language. We're going to talk about 3 aspects of vocal variety: thought units, intonation, and primary phrase stress. Now, all of these go together. It's not like one is more important than the other, but I can only talk about one at a time. But just keep in mind that I will get to the other 2, and they all make sense together. We will start with thought units. A thought unit is a grammatical chunk. It could also just be a group of words that has to stay together. It can be the whole sentence or part of a longer sentence. So here's some examples of thought units. If you have a noun phrase, say the funny man, you cannot say the funny man. That just wouldn't make sense. And you can't say the funny, stop, and then man. You have to keep the funny man together in one breath of air. One breath of air is really key. You have to have enough air in your lungs that you can push out all 3 of those words in the same exhalation. And that can be hard for people from other countries. I notice when I teach English, and I know there's a lot of people from India in this audience, and a lot of people from India have a lot of thought units. Sometimes they stop after 1 or 2 words. So the idea is to think of a whole thought unit and then spit it out of your mouth. So another thought unit would be a verb phrase, like spoke too quickly. I have to keep those 3 words together, spoke with its adverb. The prepositional phrase at the end, a prepositional phrase that has 3 words in this case, it could have more, it's usually going to stay together in one unit. Now I'm telling you this because each of these units is going to have its own primary phrase stress and its own intonation. We'll get to that in a bit. And I just threw in phone numbers here for fun, because how do you say a phone number? You need to group the numbers logically. So you say 415 in one breath of air, 267 in another breath, 8930. Well, I mean, you could say 8930, whatever, but the point is you have 3 thought units. If I say 415, 267, 8930, people are gonna be like, what? Can you say that again? Right? So you wanna make sure you have those logical units there. That helps people follow you, and that's the goal. Now, let's go to the next one. So vocal variety also consists of intonation and primary phrase stress. We're moving on to intonation. Intonation is the rise and fall of your voice. What's important is that each thought unit has its own intonation. So right now we're going to learn some of the rules for intonation. So I've kept in mind that I have you for an hour today, so I'm going to try to teach you the most important rules in the hour. There are other rules, but I'm going to teach you the most important ones. And if you know these most important rules, you will make a lot of progress in your speaking. It'll be wonderful. Okay, first, statements and WH questions. They have falling intonation. That means the pitch of my voice has to go down by the end of the thought unit. But this is kind of like gravity. I don't know. I don't even know the rules for gravity. But before you go down, you have to go up. So you rise before you fall. And you rise on the most important syllable of the most important word which is called the primary phrase stress, or PPS, which is the third element we'll get to today. Then after you rise on that most important syllable, you will fall on the syllables that follow. So I've got a little example. Let's go to the library. So library is the most important word in the phrase in general. Generally speaking, it will be the most important word. And the most important syllable in that word is lie. So we're going to go up on lie and down on brary. Let's go to the library. That's vocal variety right there. I did not say, let's go to the library. That would be sort of boring, right? I didn't get all crazy. I didn't say, let's go to the library. I mean, you're getting a little bit pushing it. You're pushing the borders when you do that. We're talking about how to have normal vocal variety and get your point across. Now, we do the same thing with a WH question. A WH question starts with where, when, why, even how. Okay, it's an information question. So I'm going to have exactly the same intonation. Where's the library? No different. Okay. All right, I'm going to go to the next one. But we'll keep this in mind. Statements are very important, and we have them all the time. So we need to remember this rule. Now, the next thing people want to know is how much should they rise in pitch? Oh, that's tricky. So you have options. You don't want to rise in pitch like this much and sound like Mickey Mouse, because that's going to sound annoying to some people in your audience. But let's just look at this song that everybody knows. So everybody knows happy birthday to you, right? Everybody knows that. And you sing it at least a couple times a year if you have anybody in your network. And what I'm looking at is those three notes that I've circled. And I'm looking at, there's a C and a D and a C. Okay, so, and not that you have to speak on C, but what's happening is they're going from C to D. That's called a whole step in music. At a minimum, what's pretty normal is to go up that. I say, where's the library? Between the, lie, and brary, I might just up one whole step. Happy birthday, the library. That's really all you need to do. You could go up a little more. You could go up a couple, library. You could go up a couple, but I just wanted to point out that intonation is about pitch, and pitch is like notes in the music. And you don't need to go up that much because you don't want to be the crazy medium who doesn't get the part. Now, we're going to look at what happens when the word you want to stress only has one syllable. So this is what's really hard for international speakers, because you might not have a lot of confidence with the vowels. And it's that vowel that you're going to put your intonation into. So if the primary stress happens on the last syllable in the phrase, you're going to rise and fall on that syllable. That means you're going to stretch out the vowel and break it into two parts. So I put a little example here. I want to say, let's go to the show. I don't want to say, let's go to the show. Let's go to the show, where I make the vowel really quick. So a lot of people who are from India and who are trying to improve their English, they tend to make their vowels super quick. So you'll have to resist that urge and actually lengthen the vowel so that you can go up and down on the O. So I go up on O and down on O. And when I go down on O, what actually happens is I make my lip circle smaller. So it's show. Like I made that smaller, the O gets tighter as you're going down. And the same thing with the WH, where's the show? Show, show, make it smaller. Okay, next one. How do you break a vowel into two parts? So I just showed you how to do show, but we have a lot of vowels in English. So I'm not going to show you all of them today, but I picked several that are a little more challenging so you can practice. So we have here the word yard. What if we want to say, let's go to the yard? This can be tricky for people from other countries who don't have their ER really solid. ER is a difficult vowel, but I'm going to go up on ya and down on erd. So I actually don't just have an R, I have an ER. Yar, yar. Let's go to the yard. So you want to do that. You want to be able to divide that yard into 2 pieces so you can show the intonation. And on the next page, I'm going to let you practice this in breakout rooms. So pay attention so that you'll be able to practice without me. Okay, so next we have let's go to the ball. Now when you do ball, which is called a short O, you are going to go up on the ah, ba, but when you come down on a short U. So it's ball. It's not ball. That wouldn't work, but you have to come down with less energy, so you change it to a U sound. Let's go to the ball. Now on the next one, lounge, we have this long OU sound where we actually, now some of you might disagree with me because you learned British English or whatnot, but in American English, we start with a short A as an apple, and we say lounge. That second part is actually kind of like an like in the word book. Lounge. Let's go to the lounge. So I really lengthened that vowel. I went up and down on it. Now we have mine. That's a long I. So for a long I go up on an ah and down on an E. Let's go to the mine. 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 And finally, today I'm going to show you game, a long A. You'll go up on the A and down on a short I sound. Game, game. Let's go to the game. Okay, next page. So it says, take a picture of this page. You might want to move the pictures out of the way if they happen to be in your way, the pictures of people, but you want to take a picture of this page so you'll have it ready to go in your breakout room. And in the breakout room, I also want you to try some sounds that I didn't teach you and see if you can figure them out yourself. So how would you say, let's go to roll? Oh, I won't say it. I won't say it. But the word is Roy's, and then dance, and then club, like let's go to the club. But you're going to say it with good intonation. I think we'll give everybody 3 minutes in the breakout room. Ready?
Ready.
Thanks.
I was able to put everyone in the breakout rooms.
Okay, good.
Perfect.
Oh, I see. I'm trying to figure out how to get.
We can join one of the breakout rooms.
Well, the problem is I lost the mouse on my screen.
Yeah.
Like I can't find the mouse on my screen. But, okay. But I can't even stop the share and go anywhere. Like, where did my mouse go? Okay. That's fine.
I will join you. Hello, Ifan.
Hello, Abhijit.
Hello. Hey, Ifan, did you take the picture of that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. We can show it. I can give you, we can share screen because then, yeah, we can share screen. Yeah, we can practice.
Oh.
Yeah, perfect.
I think the second part is there are 3 words on it. Roy,
Okay.
dance, club.
Okay. So dance, club.
Club.
And what was the first one?
Roy.
Roy.
Royce.
Oh, rice? No, rice.
R-O-Y-S.
Oh, Royce. Okay. Okay, perfect.
I think so. And this one?
This is show. Yeah, show. Yeah.
Yard. Ball.
Lounge.
Mine. Game. I think her emphasis is keep the vowel long.
Yes.
Yeah, that's that's very helpful to me. I don't pay attention to that.
Me too.
Oh, yeah. Show.
Show.
Yeah, now it sounds all more authentic.
Yes. Lounge.
Lounge. We have a lot of people today.
Yeah. Because it's been advertised. It's getting bigger, right? So it's fun.
Hey, there's another person, Avinash.
Yeah, hey
Avinash.
guys.
Hey,
Practice.
Avinash.
Abhijit. Hey,
Hey.
Yifang, is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
how are you?
Yeah. Good. Sorry, I got delayed. Like it
No.
always happens during this Toastmaster calls. I get a phone call and then I have to attend it. And then my
Yes.
role is such that I end up getting phone
Yeah.
calls.
Avinash, you want to practice because I'm going to close the breakout
Yeah.
room in like 1 minute, okay?
Sure. So let's see. Let's go to the show.
Yes.
Show.
How long are we supposed to drag it though? Like if I'm talking to somebody, normally you'd say, let's go to the show. You're going to
No,
say,
still, you're going really fast. It's show.
okay.
Show.
Show.
Yeah, that's what she said. Usually
Yeah.
we don't pay attention to it. Just like you said just now, let's go to the show. She said we should say, let's go to the show. Give it a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Let's go to the yard.
Yeah,
Little bit.
yard.
Yard.
Yeah, this one is perfect.
Yes.
Let's go to the ball.
Ball.
Yeah.
Ball.
Let's go to the
Lounge.
lounge. Let's go to the mine.
Mine.
Let's
Game.
go to the game.
Game.
Okay.
Okay.
There are three other words. ROYS. Royce.
Royce.
Dance. 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 And club.
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 Yes.
CLUB.
Club. Yep.
Club.
Oh,
Club.
the vowel in R, club, is short, right? Club.
Yes. Yeah, club.
Dance.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to close all the breakout rooms, okay?
Okay.
Primary phrase stress. So when you learn those, you're going to learn that's what you need to focus on. If you're going to focus on anything about your pronunciation, you're going to focus on making the primary phrase stress word very accurate. So you might not have, time to focus on everything, but that's what you need to focus on. Yeah. All right, Abby, tell me when everyone's back.
The rooms is closing in 30 seconds.
Okay.
Perfect.
Does this rule apply for all the words?
Well, right now we're working on one-syllable words. All words have vowels, and we do have this rule for every vowel. There's a way to do it. So yes, it does apply, and we always do this on a statement. Okay, so when the sentence is a statement that ends in a period, at the very end, you will come down like this, and you will go up before you come down.
So this is applicable for any statement.
Yes, the most important word is not always the last word in the sentence, but it's very often the last word in the sentence.
Everyone is back.
Okay, great. I'm happy to see everybody. So now that you're back, I would like a couple volunteers to come forward in front of everybody and show me how you say these words. And then if I can, I will be happy to offer you any input, any advice, or just tell you you're perfect. Volunteers.
Can I?
Yes, Yifan, come forward. Just read me the sentences. So you'll say, let's go to the show and let's go to the yard. And if I have any notes for you, I'll let you know.
Let's go to the show.
Beautiful.
Let's go to the yard.
Yes.
Let's go to the ball.
Yeah, now you are getting, I would say, a little bit too loud on the last word. So you don't want to do this. Let's go to the ball. If you get too loud, it's like you're going to punch me in the face, right? So you want it to be gradual. Let's go to the ball. So do you see my finger? I'm going to go slowly up and down. It's very smooth. Let's go to the ball, but not let's go to the ball. Or, you know what I mean? Like you don't want to punch somebody. So try to do it again and try to make it super smooth up.
Let's go to the ball.
Good. Yeah, that was better. Okay, next one.
Let's go to the lounge.
Good. Oh, here's another thing that some people do. They'll go like this. Let's go to the lounge. Where like you're kind of surfing out that first syllable. You don't want to be real slow going out. You do want to go up rather quickly. Let's go to the lounge, but not lounge. Like that's dragging it out and you'll sound like a surfer. Well, that's how I describe it. But Try it again, not too slow going up. It's smooth going up, but it goes up rather quickly.
Let's go to the lounge.
Yeah, that was more natural. So you have a steeper slope going up. Exactly.
Let's go to the lounge. Let's go to the lounge.
Yeah, the second time you just did it was good. The first time you missed the second syllable, the oo part. You kind of lounge without the lounge. So you want to make sure you're rounding your lips on that second part. Okay, next one.
Let's go to the mine.
Let's go to the mine. Let's go to the mine. Try it again.
Let's go to the mine.
Okay, good. And were you here for my rhythm workshop that I did, I don't know, a month or two ago?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. So you remember that the words to stress in the rhythm were go and mine. Let's go to the mine. So you want to make that to the a little faster in between go and mine. Let's go to the mine.
Let's go to the mine.
Yeah, that was better. So now you have to combine the last workshop I did with this workshop. I'm giving you different information, but everything from the last workshop on rhythm is still relevant. Okay, next one.
Let's go to the game.
Good. You're a little bit forceful on your M at the end of game. That would be a little bit less, but it's better to have the M than not to have it. Let's go to the game.
Let's go to the game.
Okay, good. And did you try in the club?
I'm sorry?
At the top of the page here, it says also try Roy's, dance, club. Those have different vowels that I didn't show you, but I wanted you to kind of play with those. If you didn't try, that's okay.
We tried.
Okay, let's try.
Roy's.
Let's go to Roy's.
Let's go to Roy's.
Good. So you're at the end of oi, you need to have an E sound. So it's like E, Roy's.
Roy's.
Yes, so you needed more of the E. Okay, so let's go to Roy's.
Let's go to Roy's. Let's go to Roy's.
Good. And then just so you know, that S is actually a Z. So you don't want it to be Royce. That would be like a Rolls Royce. But make sure it's a Z. Roy's.
Roy's.
Yeah.
Roy's.
Okay.
Let's go to Roy's.
Ah, good. Next one.
Let's go to dance.
This one, yeah, this one would probably have a the. Let's go to the dance.
Let's go to the dance.
Good. Dance. Dance.
Let's go to the dance.
Good. And the last one.
Let's go to the club.
Good. So the U in club doesn't change going down. It'll just be a lower pitch. Club. It doesn't change in quality. Club. Yeah.
Club.
Excellent. Can I have one more volunteer to try the same thing?
Yeah, I could try.
Who's that? Is that Mohammed?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. That would be. Let's go to the show. Let's go to the yard.
Let's go to the show.
Let's go to the show.
Good. Next one.
Let's go to the yard.
So the ya part is the ah is hard because you have to open your mouth a lot. It's kind of like the doctor says, say ah, and then he puts that stick in your mouth. Ya. So let's go to the yard. So you needed to lower your chin more.
Let's go to the yard.
Ya.
Let's go to the yard.
Much better. Yes. Yard.
Let's go to the yard.
Uh-huh.
Let's go to the ball.
Good. That was perfect.
Let's go to the lounge.
Good.
Let's go to the mine.
Perfect. I like that.
Let's go to the game.
Yeah. And Roy's Dancing Club.
Let's go to the Roy's.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go to the dance.
Dance. So actually when you do dance, you're going to start with an A as an apple, and you're going to end with an E as an egg. Okay, so it's dance.
Let's go to the dance.
Yes, next.
Let's go to the club.
Good, let's go to the club.
Let's go to the club.
Yes, okay, good job. Moving on. We're now going to look at yes-no questions. So yes-no questions are not like what, where, when, and why, but they're questions that ends and demands the answer yes or no. So this has the opposite kind of intonation. You're gonna fall on the strongest syllable, and then you're gonna rise after it. So if I only rise and I say, do you like it? I'm gonna sound like Mickey Mouse, right? Do you like it? That's not good. So first you wanna go down before you go up. Do you like it? Do you like it? Like it. So I go down on like and up on it. And then we have, let's see, is that a fact? So you see here how I split the short A into two parts with an A and an E. I go down on fa, I go up on X. Fact, is that a fact? And then we have, did you read the, oh, okay, did you read the mail? So I go down on May and I go up on yull. That's how you split up something that has a long vowel and an L at the end. Mail, did you read the mail? And then we have swim. Now with swim, you're just gonna do two short I's, but you break it up. One goes down, one goes up. Swim, can you swim? Can you swim? And then we have movie star. So movie star is a compound noun where the first part of the compound noun is more important. We're gonna go down on that important part and then up on star. So is she a movie star? Is she a movie star? So I would like to have some volunteers to try this. Different volunteers.
Can I try?
You can try.
Okay, who are you?
This is Siddha.
Okay, let's do it.
Do you like it?
Good,
Is that a fact?
good,
Did you read the mail?
good.
Can you swim?
Yeah, that's good. You can also try stretching it out a little bit more. Try making the
Can you swim?
longer. Can you swim?
Can you swim?
Swim.
Okay. Can you swim?
Okay, yeah. So you can practice that. It's a kind of hard with, first of all, short I. Where are you from?
India.
So short I is very hard for like everybody from all around the world. It's like everybody comes here and everybody's short I is a little bit messed up. So you have to be super relaxed on this short I. And most people are a little too tense on it. And then when they do try to relax it and stretch it out, it becomes tense as they stretch it out. So the secret is for this I, you want to be able to hold the I without going I. That's what a lot of people do, right? So like instead of swim, they might say swim. You've probably heard a lot of people say swim. So yeah, just keep that I held super relaxed, like your mouth is dead, your tongue is dead, everything is dead on that vowel. Can you swim?
Can you try it again, please? I just want to hear it again.
Can you swim?
Can you swim?
Yeah, you kind of have one part. So I'm thinking you go down before you go up. Swim.
Can you swim?
Yes, that had a lot extra vocal variety. That I totally felt that.
Okay.
Now I'm not saying that you have to do that every time you say this particular sentence, but you want to be able to do it so that you can have that vocal variety. Okay, so this is practicing being able to do it. All right, and the last one.
Is she a movie star?
Good. Yeah, you went down on movie, up on star. It was very nice. Great. One more volunteer.
Can I do it?
Okay. Are we looking at
Go.
Who's me?
Phoebe.
Phoebe, let's do it.
Thank you, Sheila. Do you like it?
Good. Do you like it?
Do you like it?
Nice. You don't want the it to be too loud. Okay, so it is really not that important of a word. It's just a pronoun. You're going to have more energy on like than it. So don't really slam. You're going up on it. So the danger is you're going to pound the it at me. Don't pound the it at me. Do you like it? But not do you like it? You see the difference?
Yeah. Do you like it?
And it, do you like it?
Do you like it?
Yes. Okay, good. Next.
Is that a fact?
Fact.
Fact. Is that a fact?
Fact.
Fact.
Is that a fact?
Is that a fact?
You can go up a little more on the act. I think you went down on the fa. Is that a fact?
Is that a fact?
Okay, is that a fact?
Is that a fact?
Yeah, so you want to practice. This is what I would tell you to do if you were my student. I would say you need to go fa, and then you need to go and really separate those two vowels and go fact, fact, and really kind of sing it so you can really feel what's happening. Because when we're doing it fast, you might not really process or notice what's happening with these vowels. Fact,
Fact.
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 That was better. Yeah, but now you did it because you thought about how you would sing it. So, you know, there's not necessarily that much difference between speaking and singing. You know, speaking is low-key singing. Let's look at it that way. Low-key singing. Okay, next one.
Okay. Did you read the mail?
You go down a little more on May. Did you read the mail?
Did you read the mail?
Good. Next one.
Can you swim?
Yeah, this is that short I, so you're going to go, The tongue is sleeping. The mouth is sleeping. Everything is super relaxed.
Can you swim?
Swim.
Swim.
Spend a
Can you
little more
swim?
time on the second part. So your second part doesn't have enough time. Can you swim?
Can you swim?
Yes, that was right. Do it again.
Can you swim?
You could go up a little higher on the second part. Can you swim?
Can you swim?
Yes, that was very good. Okay, so try to keep that in mind. Somebody's recording this, so you'll be able to go back and listen and see what, it will be really beneficial for you to listen to this again, because you'll see what you said and then what I said and then how you adjusted.
Okay, thank you.
All right, last one.
Is she a movie star?
Good. Is she a movie star? You can go down pretty low on movie. Like, feel free to use the lower parts of your voice.
Is she a movie star?
Yeah, and also I just wanted to let you know that a really big problem for most of my students is that they don't like to use the lower parts of their voice. And so American English tends to have a much lower voice than other languages. So for you to kind of acquire the accent, if you wanted to, you need to get a bit lower. And that doesn't mean you're going to be more masculine or anything, but you'll feel lower, you'll be more in your chest. More relaxation in the face, the head, the throat, and more sound coming from the chest. Is she a movie star?
Is she a movie star?
Yeah, you got kind of high on star, but yeah, that's basically the idea. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next one. Thank you so much, Phoebe. Introductory words. We're going to fall on the strongest syllable in the PPS and rise after that. So the word actually is all by itself with a comma after it. That's called an introductory word. I'm going to go down on ac, and I'm going to go up on shully. So it's actually, I don't like it. So the I don't like it part is just a normal statement where I went up on like and down on right after that. So actually, I don't like it. And then the next one is she lost her ticket. That's a normal statement. And now I have the word therefore. So I could say, therefore, she can't ride. She lost her ticket. Therefore, she can't ride.
Hi, Andre.
And the last one, she paid for it. However, she can't find it. Okay, so maybe we can have one volunteer to do this. New person?
Can I try?
Yes. What's your name?
Vinod.
Okay, welcome.
Hi. Actually, I don't like it.
Yeah. So what happens, why do we go up at the end of actually? What I'm trying to say is, listen, I'm about to say something else. I'm not done with my thought. So actually, now you're listening because I went up, and then you can do the rest of it. And at the end of the sentence, you go down to show that you completed your thought. That's the idea behind it. Okay, try the next one.
She lost her ticket. Therefore, she can't ride.
She lost her ticket. So I would go up a little more on tick. You didn't really go up enough. Tick.
Okay. She lost her ticket.
She lost her ticket.
She lost her ticket.
Okay, and you'll come down in energy on the ET, so a little less energy there. She lost her ticket.
She lost her ticket.
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 Yeah, I'm even kind of using my head like ticket, because on the it, I'm just like relaxing. Ticket.
Ticket.
That's the idea. Your K is a little bit off, but that's another story. It would take a while, so I'm not going to go over your K right now. But therefore, so you're going to go down on therefore.
Therefore, she can't ride.
Right, and so with this ride, that's the end of the sentence. Super important. You want to go up on the ah, down on the E.
Ride.
Ride.
She can't ride.
Right, she can't ride.
She can't ride.
She lost her ticket. Therefore, she can't ride.
She lost her ticket. Therefore, she can't ride.
That's right. Okay, next one.
She paid for it. However, she can't find it.
Good. She paid for it. However, she can't find it.
She paid for it. She paid for it. However, she can't find it.
Yeah, okay, good job. So that's kind of tricky. So, you know, someone could also just say, however, and they could go down, because we know what however means and we know somebody's going to speak next. So you have a choice how you're going to say however or therefore, just because we know what it means already. Okay, I see somebody's got a child. Vinod has his son with him. Excellent. All right, unfinished thoughts. So we're going to rise at the end of an unfinished thought and then go down at the end of the sentence. So I didn't want to hurt his feelings. I didn't want to hurt his feelings or get anyone in trouble. So I kind of went down on fee and then up on lings just a little bit. So I can show you, that could be the end of a sentence, right? I could put a period right after feelings, but I don't want to. There's something else in this idea. So I'm going to show you that I'm going up so that you'll keep listening for the rest of the idea. And then I go down at the very end. I didn't want to hurt his feelings or get anyone in trouble. Let me show you another one. Here's another one. Despite my poor decision, I hope he'll forgive me. So I went down on sig and up on un, and then I go up on give and down on me. Despite my poor decision, I hope he'll forgive me. And let's see, this one is kind of fun. So this is what happens when you have just one syllable in the words you're going to stress, like the word boss. I was going to call my boss, but I decided not to. So I went down ba and up on us, boss, but I decided not to. Okay. And we're going to look at the items in a list. So we have here, you're going to go down, up, down, up, down, up until you get to the very last item. Then you're going to go up, down, right? So I like carrots, broccoli, celery, and corn. So that corn, I broke up into two parts, the O and the ER. I like carrots, broccoli, celery, and corn. Okay, let's have a volunteer who can try some of these last sentences, and I'll kind of go backwards so we can see those sentences again. Who's my volunteer?
I can go, Shanti.
Okay, Shanti, yeah, you'll start with the list.
I like carrots, broccoli, celery, and corn.
Good, let's do it again. I like carrots, broccoli. So really kind of go down on care. You'll have to use the low part of your voice in your chest. I like carrots, broccoli, celery, and corn.
Let me try again. I like carrots, broccoli, celery, and corn.
Nice. Okay, I like that. I'm going to go backwards for you so you can try this one, the unfinished thought. I was going to call my boss, but I decided not to.
I was going to call my boss, but I decided not to.
You actually chose the word call to be your PPS. You said I was going to call my boss, but I decided. So it's possible that someone would stress call, but it really depends on what we were talking about before the sentence. So we're going to stress boss right now. So try it again. I was going to call my boss, but I decided not to.
I was going to call my boss, but I decided not to.
Yes. Okay, that was right. And how about this one?
this might, gosh, what am I doing? Despite my poor decision, I hope he'll forgive me.
Yeah, that works. You could also try, just for variety, going down a little bit more on Sig. Despite my poor decision.
Despite my poor decision, I hope he'll forgive me.
Yeah, so I can kind of tell that you've been ignoring the lower range of your voice. So for your vocal variety, you want to tap into the lower range of your voice, because you're probably really good in the higher parts, I can tell, but I can tell that felt awkward for you. So you've been ignoring a whole range of your voice. So think about getting lower, despite my poor decision. And to do that, you really need, actually what you'll do is you'll practice sighing. So you'll go, ah, and when you get to the end of the sigh, you're going to be so relaxed in your throat, so relaxed in your head, everything will be in your chest. So you might think, ah, decision. So think about that, how it's low after you've sighed. That's like your homework, okay?
Great, thank you. I like that.
Yes. Let me see if there's one more. Oh, okay, there's one more for you.
I didn't want to hurt his feelings or get anyone in trouble.
Try going a little low on just for your personal purposes, going a little lower on the feel part.
I didn't want to hurt his feelings or get anyone in trouble.
That was good. You got slightly lower, and that's what we're looking for. So you want to play with that. How much lower can you get and still feel natural and comfortable? I didn't want to hurt his feelings or get anyone in trouble.
Oh, wow, that sounds nicer. I didn't want to hurt his feelings or get anyone in trouble.
That was beautiful. You had a beautiful, rich sound. And so what I find with my students is that a lot of them think, oh, I don't want to have a lower voice, especially women. They like their beautiful high voices, and people do. But like I was saying before, the American accent tends to be a bit lower, and you don't want to neglect those beautiful, rich sounds. So you want to go looking for them. You have them. You just showed me that you have them. Excellent. Okay, so you're welcome. We're going on to, oh, I forgot about this part. So what if the list is also a yes/no question? Do you like carrots, broccoli, celery, and corn? You're going to get really low on corn because you need to go up at the end. Carrots, broccoli, celery, and corn. There's going to be a lot of difference between the bottom of corn and the top of corn. Who would like to try that?
Can I try?
Yes. What's your name?
My name is Teju.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. Do you like carrots, broccoli, celery, and corn?
Yeah, you could do a little bit more contrast, since this is a vocal variety workshop. You want to kind of see where you have a great range. So a little more, and you also didn't do the ER. So it's core. Now when you do the ER sound, you want to pull your tongue straight backward like you're going to swallow it. Corn.
Corn.
That was a good ER. Yes. So do the whole sentence again.
Okay. Do you like carrots, broccoli, celery, and corn?
Yeah.
Corn.
Try going down slightly lower to really set off that corn. Do you like carrots, broccoli, celery, and corn?
Do you like carrots, broccoli, celery, corn?
Corn.
Corn.
And you might want to try, like, just for getting the idea, like, use your body, like corn, like just
corn.
Corn. Yeah, that might help you kind of get into the range, a wider range.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Corn.
Good. And you need more ER. Corn.
Corn.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Good. Okay. I like it.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to look at choice questions. So you stay high for the first choice. You go low for the second choice. So would you like coffee or tea? Now, I didn't go coffee. I stayed high on both syllables of coffee because I want to distinguish coffee from tea. Would you like coffee or tea? Okay, that's pretty simple. You guys have probably studied that a million times. So we're looking at the third part of vocal variety, and that's going to be primary phrase stress. So primary phrase stress, or PPS, is the most important word in a thought unit. Now, I learned about PPS from Dr. Wayne Dickerson, who's a linguistics professor at the University of Illinois. He did all of his research on PPS. What they did is they listened to all kinds of conversations, real conversations. They listened to people reading books on tape, like professional readers, and they marked every single PPS they heard, and they analyzed why did the PPS happen there. So what I'm about to teach you comes from a lot of research by linguists with PhDs. So they know what they're talking about. However, I'm not teaching you all the rules today because that would take a long time, but I am teaching you the most important ones. So primary phrase stress usually falls on the last content word in the new information. And that's probably something you should memorize because it's extremely important. So the last content word in the new information. Content words are nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. So what I find students do, and I try to correct them, is they tend to die down in energy by the last word. They think the most important word is at the beginning, but the most important word is not at the beginning, it's at the end, usually. So you can't die down and lose energy. Like, what if I read this sentence wrong? It would sound like, don't die down in energy by your last word. Okay, you see, I died down, that's not right. But a lot of people do that, and you want to try not to. So usually you need the most energy at the end. Here's an example. So this is, I'm going to look from the right to the left. Of and them are function words, preposition, pronoun. Those are not going to have my PPS. PPS here is going to fall on the word to. The match was between the two of them. So I go up on to and I go down on of them. Okay, very simple. We rise in pitch on to, and then we fall on in pitch on of them. Two of them, between the two of them. Now we're going to start looking at some conversations, and you will get to practice this conversation, which will get a little bit longer in your breakout rooms. So let's talk about what new information means, because this is very important. So the conversation goes like this. Can I get a picture of you? Why? For a school project. What's the subject of the project? Biology. We talk about snakes. So in this case, in the first sentence, can I get a picture of you? The picture is the last content word, and we haven't talked about it yet, so it's new. So picture gets the PPS. It's a yes/no question, so I go down on pick, and then I go up for the remainder of the sentence. The next line is just why. So it's the PPS, it goes up and down, it's a WH question. For a school project, we haven't said the word project yet, and this is not a compound noun. It's not for a school project. That's not how we say it. I mean, you might think that it would make sense, but we just stress project for a school project. So you go up on prod, down on ject. But then in the next question, we have of the project at the end. I'm not going to stress project again.
I know.
So the last new word is subject. So now subject is my PPS. What's the subject of the project? And then, of course, the next answer is biology. That's new. We stress it. And then she says, we talk about snakes. Snakes is the last new word. Okay, so how does Jenny feel about this, about Rose's answer? What do you think? Is she happy about that? What's the subject? Biology. We talk about snakes. Why does she want a picture of Jenny? Okay, this is, you know, this is a little bit, this is a joke, right? It's a joke. So this is we'll see what she says next. Okay, so you're going to give the PPS to explicit contrasts. That's another rule. So if there are explicit contrasts, you're going to stress those instead. So now we've added, what's the subject of the project? Biology. We talk about snakes. You're the snake. Okay, so why does she stress you're? First of all, she's not going to stress snake because snake, we've already said, that's old. So, and there are no other content words to stress here. You're and the are not content words. But what Rose was implying is that Jenny is a snake. So now Jenny's like, I'm not a snake, you're the snake. And now she's a little bit annoyed, she's showing some emotion, she's agitated. So you get higher in pitch when you get agitated, when you want to show more emotion, right? We talk about snakes. you're the snake. You can get a lot higher there. Okay, moving on to the next one. You can always choose to stress an interesting adjective or adverb instead of the last new content word. That always works. So I'm adding on a line at the end. It says, you're the snake. And Rose says, you seriously can't take a joke. Okay, I can go up high on seriously if I think it's a very interesting adverb. I probably wouldn't have said it if I didn't think it was very interesting, but I have the option. I could do it this way. You seriously can't take a joke. I could stress joke. That's also fine. So we are now going to look at one more rule. We do not stress context setting time adverbials such as today, tomorrow, yet, anymore, or again. So I added another line and she says, you just wait. I'll think of something good tomorrow. So I'm probably not going to stress tomorrow. That's just setting the time context for the whole sentence. Instead, I'm going to stress good. Okay, so in a minute, you guys are going to try this. But first, I'm just going to tell you a few things. So PPS is the most important word in the thought unit. And stressing the right PPS makes you easier to understand, and it helps lead the listener along and tells the listener what to focus on. I'm not being a wild and crazy medium screaming right and left. I am saying the words that I want to stress with logic behind it so that you can follow. Make sure there's reason behind your vocal variety. Random vocal variety won't help you lead the audience through the speech. So you're going to think of intonation, thought units, and PPS as the rational bases for your vocal variety. And right now, I'm going to have you take a picture of this screen so that you can practice it in your breakout rooms. And we will, this could take a while, and if there's 4 to 6 people in a breakout room, so let's give you 5 minutes in the breakout room, and you're gonna practice, and I put all the arrows in here for you, so you're gonna go down on picture, you're gonna go up on why, you're gonna go up on pra, down on ject, so everything is here. You can choose if you wanna stress seriously or if you wanna stress joke. If you stress too many things, it starts to get a little wild and then the audience isn't really sure what they should be listening to. So you might want to get in the habit of just stressing one word in a short sentence like you seriously can't take a joke. That's not very long, but it's possible to stress both, but it might lead to a bad habit on your part. Okay, let's put everyone into breakout rooms for, what did I say, 5 minutes? Yes.
Yes.
And a couple people can stay here if you want, Abby, if you want to keep a couple people.
Yeah, I've done that, yeah.
I still can't find my mouse, so I can't go anywhere.
Sure, okay, no worries. I think people are joining. Yeah.
Sheila, can I practice with you?
Yeah, so we can have a few people here to practice for sure. Okay, go for it. Who is here with me? Abby?
I'm. Hello.
Of you?
Why?
For a school project.
What's the subject of the project?
I would go higher on subject. I would go higher on sub. What's the sub? What's the sub?
What's the subject of the project?
Don't go higher on project. That's old.
Of you? Why? For a school project. What's the subject? What's the subject of the project? Biology. We talk about the snakes. You are the snake. You seriously can't take a joke. You just wait. I'll think of something good tomorrow.
Carol, you want to try next?
Oh, hey, Abhijit. I'm just looking for my picture that I took. I'm on my phone.
Do you want to share your picture? Oh. Share screen.
You want me to share the picture?
Yeah, share your screen so that
Oh.
we can see it.
That would definitely help. Thank you.
Can you see it, Carol?
Yes, I can. Can I get a picture of you? Why? For the school project. What is the subject of your project? Biology. We talk about snakes. You're the snake. You seriously can't take a joke. You just wait. I'll think of something good tomorrow. That's all I have.
I'll try. Can I get a picture of you? Why? For a school project. What's the subject of the project? Biology. We talk about snakes. You are the snake. You seriously can't take a joke. You just wait. I will think of something good tomorrow.
Good.
Vinod, do you want to go again? We can have one more round.
Yep.
Can I take a picture of you? Why? For a school project. What's the subject of the project? Biology. We talk about snakes. You are the snake. You seriously can't take a joke. You just wait. I'll think of something good tomorrow.
That actually was better the second time.
Okay, thank you. You want to go next, Carol?
Sure. Can I get a picture of you? Why? For a school project. What's the subject of your project? Biology. We talk about snakes. You're the snake. You seriously can't take a joke. You just wait. I'll think of something good tomorrow. Ah, you've got a visitor.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Abdi.
Yes. Can I get a picture of you? Why? For a school project. What's the subject of the project? Biology. We talk about snakes. You are the snake. You seriously can't take a joke. You just wait. I'll think of something good tomorrow.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good.
I think
Nice.
I'll close all the breakout rooms. Is that good?
So, so you just split the group into different groups?
Yes,
Like
yes.
randomly does it?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yes. Now we'll close all the rooms, okay?
Okay, good. Thank you, Abhijit.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing.
Yes.
Breath before the word I'll. You just wait. I'll think of something good, and you're exploding on the word good.
Okay, yeah, let me try that again. You just wait. I'll think of something good tomorrow.
Okay, you can work on that. Work on that exploding with something interesting on the word good. Is everybody back from the breakout room?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So can I have 2 volunteers come forward to do this for us?
I can try. My name is Kirti.
Okay, and who's your partner?
Can I try? Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Let's do it.
Okay, I'll be Rose.
Okay.
Can I get a picture of you?
Why?
For a school project.
What's the subject of the project?
Biology. We talk about snakes.
You're the snake.
Nice.
You seriously can't take a joke.
You just wait. I'll think of something good tomorrow.
Nice. Okay, that was very good. I like it. Can we have a different couple, a different pair? You guys were very animated, good actors. You get the acting job. You get the part of the medium. Okay. 2 new volunteers, please. Same thing.
I can try.
Okay.
And Ravi. Can I go?
Yeah, you can be Jenny. I don't know who that is though.
It's Ravi.
Okay. So I'll be Rose.
Okay.
Can I get a picture of you?
Why?
For a school project.
What's the subject of the project?
Biology. We talk about snakes.
You're the snake.
You seriously can't take a joke.
You just wait. I'll think of something good tomorrow.
Okay, good job. All right, nice acting. Thank you so much. Let's see what we're going to look at next. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to remind you, vocal variety that I taught you today consists of 3 parts, and you see how they all work together. You have to have thought units, you have to have intonation, and you have to have primary phrase stress. They all work together. Today was a good introduction to that. I think you learned a lot of the important rules. Keep that in mind. You can learn more from me. You can go to my website, smoothenglish.com. I have videos. I have private lessons, semi-private lessons, all that kind of good stuff. So if anyone has any questions, we are just about done.
Thank you, Sheila. Now let's open the floor for a couple of questions, maybe. Abhijit, do we have time or we're wrapping up?
Yes, we have time.
I have a question. This is how do you figure out which word is the PPS and like how do you focus it on? Do you go up first or down first?
So the PPS is usually the last new word or the last word in the new information. It's a word that we haven't talked about yet, and it's a content word like an adverb, adjective, noun, or verb. And if it's a statement, that's the intonation part, then you go up on the PPS and down after it. And if it's a WH question, like when something, then you still go up and down. But if it's a yes, no question, unfinished thought, then you're gonna go down first and then up.
And then up. Okay.
Yeah, and that's all in the slides that I just showed you. So when you get a recording of this, because Abby's making a recording, you'll be able to review that.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any more questions?
Declan, what did you think? Did you learn anything? Because I know you're a great speaker. Like, did you identify with any of it?
But I want to tell everybody that after this seminar or this session, I am never going to give another vocal variety workshop because I'm totally humbled by what you have said.
No. You definitely have to still give them. Everybody has something different to contribute, right? So
yeah, no, absolutely.
I learned because I went to graduate school.
Sheila, what I really enjoyed was the scientific basis for what you're doing. Not just saying the what, but the saying the why. And I made so many notes. It's really, really very helpful.
Mm.
Going through.
And I'm so glad you liked it. I really didn't make it very scientific. There is very scientific papers written about this, and it's hard to even understand them because they use this scientific linguistic vocabulary, right? But I tried to make it simple for teaching purposes, for pedagogical purposes, right?
Mm.
And that basis came through. So
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Sheila, I want Declan after you.
Go ahead, Yifan.
Oh, I want to make a comment. I really like your note, the arrow, the red dot on top of the words. I was talking with Ravi. Maybe when we prepare our speech script, we could use similar notation as you did. So
yes, that's absolutely what you should do. And what actors do, they get their script, and before they go to the audition, they read through the script and they mark the most important words, and they mark their intonation. They mark what's going to happen. Professional actors even do it. So definitely you should do that before your speeches. You should break it up into thought units. You should say, okay, this group of words is going to be in a thought unit. I'm going to say it with one breath of air. My intonation is going to go up here, down here, and draw the little circle over the most important syllable. Absolutely. Good idea.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's great.
Sheila, this is Teju here. I just want to comment actually. It was a wonderful session. I joined for the first time and I'm looking forward to join more, to learn from you. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Does any more guests have any more comments before we wrap it up?
So one last comment I have.
Sure.
And I appreciate this class very, very much. I learned a lot. And what happened, the issue caused me before, I had another training long time ago. And when I deliver my speech, it just, in my mind, I'm thinking what I'm saying, higher pitch, lower pitch, it interrupted my entire speech. So sometimes not to think about this, the accent and stuff, it helps me to deliver my speech better. Just FYI, it's my experience. Wanted to share. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed. And Sheila, we have a bunch of comments online thanking you for your wisdom. And,
okay, yes, I see the comments. Good.
And thank you for teaching us. It's not what you say, but how you say is more important. Thank you for that.
No, that's not true. What you say is very important. I didn't talk to you about what you say today, right? It is very important, but how you say it is also important.
Yeah. Yes. Now, Abhijit, can we wrap it up? And I would like to make a couple of announcements.
Yes.
Now, Abhijit is not letting us go with this one workshop. He has more sweatshops for us. Sorry, no, not sweatshop, more workshops. More workshops. We have one coming up 2 weeks from now, which is July 22nd, Wednesday. It's a Wednesday and it is at 6:30. The workshop is about crafting your personal stories. You're going to listen from 4 of our good speakers and good speechwriters. They are like Evelyn, Brenda, and Dennis. They're going to show us how to write a nice story. And with that, I would like to conclude. And a special thanks for Sheila and Abhijit for organizing this. I know there's a lot of things that happen behind the stage, and just the mouth of it, the entire body is behind me. It's like, yeah. And thank you for the international guests, and thank you for making this a great success. All 50 of the guests, I would like to thank you. And with that, I'm adjourning this meeting. Have a good afternoon, guys. Bye.